What up, family? I'm not David, but my name is just as hard to pronounce. And I'm not Alex, but I'm a Black Latino. So you get them in some capacity anyway. I am Amadou Moses. With me, Thomas Scully, who I've realized I've never done any type of match in any way one-on-one, which I'm a little sad about, but it's okay. I get to host them today. Untitled Geek, two people who should have a grudge. Maybe they have a grudge. One does, the other doesn't. I don't know. But anyway, Scully, how you doing, fam?
I'm doing well. I'll play the part of the boring white dude on call tonight. We got two really, really solid players here. We got Mike, who's coming off a solid win against RJ, looking to keep his momentum going. Then we got Koho, who played in, I think, one of the best matches we've had all year so far, a good win against Brittany. So both are coming on really hot. Both are incredibly well-rounded Geek players. They've got a lot of strengths in a lot of various categories. They've both been dominant in every kind of Geek setting imaginable. So this is going to be a great match. I'm excited to see what happens.
As am I. Let's just get him in here. I know one should have a lot to say about the other. So let's bring in Mr. Mike Shea with maybe his soundboard, maybe not. It's late. We're all tired. But we'll see how this goes.
Hi, Kaleb. It's nice to see you show up for something. Yeah, you had a good match. It was all right. Let's see what happens when you've got the screws put to you, though. I don't have a lot of faith. I think this is going to be telling. I think you're going to find your streak is done, buddy. Your streak is done. People are starting to see you for what you really are. Let's just get to this already.
I think that speaks for why I stopped showing up for Mike Shea's matches. He's kind of hard to work with. He's a little cringe. The soundboard's a little bit much. To be honest with you, he wouldn't tell me when his matches were until like the day before, and they'd be at like 6 a.m, and I wouldn't see it that it's happening. Plus, I got other clients. I got Thomas Scully. I got Joe Farrelly. I got Cameron Holtzman. So, you know what? I got people who are actually winning, who are actually relevant. And the fact that I'm actually winning and more relevant than you is telling, as I'm supposed to be your manager, and I'm outplaying you. And I'm going to outplay you again today. So, look, Mike, you could have been a contender. You could have been someone. But then you ditched me. And now I'm going to show the world how much of a bum you were. So, and still are.
I think those promos are as entertaining as watching everybody in the background reacting to those promos. Pretty damn great. I'm ready for this one.
Yeah, this will be great. Koho, of course, quoting the great movie On the Waterfront and looking like an extra from that movie as well. So we'll see what happens.
All right, well, let's just get into it. This match is to get a #1 contenders match. So let's see who's ready to go. Introducing first with a record of 2-1, the #3 ranked player, Mr. Mike Shea.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What is going on, sir? How you feeling?
Doing all right. I'm ready to get this thing going. Ready to get this thing on. Ready to shut him up. Just ready to I wish somebody would just shut him up, and I think today it's going to have to be me.
I think his job already did that today.
Hey, and introducing second, the #2 ranked player in Untitled Geek, with a record also of 2-1, but with 1 TKO. That is Kaleb, the King, Koho.
You see that, Mike? You see that, Mike? I'm ranked higher than you. I can back up my talk. Can you?
All righty. Look at that.
All right. So let's get into this. Round 1 is your standard round 1 round. 10 questions, 10 different categories. Y'all know the deal. 3 repeats, 1 challenge. And if, you either got 15 seconds or as much time as me and Scully come with whatever banter come up with.
But true.
Let's get into it. Question number 1. Scully, take it away.
Alrighty, gents. Your first question is going to come in the category of the Wizarding World. Who plays Molly Weasley in the Harry Potter franchise? What's your personal favorite of these movies?
It's somebody backstage will disagree, but it's Prisoner of Azkaban.
I agree.
100%.
100%. Absolutely.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Right.
All right, that'll be Koho's first one. Who plays Molly Weasley in the Harry Potter franchise?
When I tested this yesterday, I had one person in my head and couldn't get them out of my head for a while. But I could.
I think that's what I just did.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we'll go to Kaleb
Julie Walters.
and Mike.
I couldn't pull it.
Julie Walters is indeed correct. So Koho's going to take that early 1-0 lead. So you got the question 2.
All right. Question 2, gentlemen, is in the worlds of DC. In Wonder Woman 1984, what is the first name of Kristen Wiig's character? This movie is way too long. I don't know why it's as long as it is.
It is. I need to rewatch it because I really enjoyed it first watch, but I think it might go down a good bit on a rewatch.
Do I have to? Yeah, I do. 5,
Yeah.
4,
We all do. Let's be honest.
1. Pens down. We'll go over to Shea
Barbara.
and Koho.
Barbara.
Barbara is correct.
Alrighty. The third
This movie
question.
loses me with the jet.
All right,
Absolutely,
guys.
no problem.
Your third question is going to come in the category of Oscars.
Okay.
How many Oscars was Guardians of the Galaxy nominated for?
Now, I just had a slight argument with one Bill Carriola how Volume 2 of this film is not the second best MCU film at all.
Come on, Bill. What are you doing?
Sorry, Bill, but no.
Top 10. Top 10 I'll give you, but not number
I wouldn't
2.
even give you top 10.
Bottom 10. 5, 4,
Ooh, I'm
3,
a little bit too.
2, 1. Pens down. Back to Koho.
2.
And Shea.
So 2.
That
2.
is correct.
All right. Question number 4 comes in the category of Middle Earth. In The Desolation of Smaug, who flicks the spider webs in Mirkwood, alerting the spiders to the company's presence? I have to go through these chronologically pretty soon. It'll be the first time I watch The Hobbits first, which is probably a much better idea.
I went through them chronologically the last time I did a rerun, and I found it to be more enjoyable because I watched the really good ones last.
Exactly. 5,
You watched the best one first, and you never got
3,
to get past that.
2. Drop this man from the screen. 1. We'll go to Shea.
Not to.
I said Feely.
And Koho.
I also said Feely.
And it's just Bilbo. Bilbo back.
Shit, you're right. I almost put
Good old Bilbo Baggins. Alrighty, guys. So no perfect rounds today. No perfect rounds, and we didn't even jinx them. How about that? All right. Your fifth question is going to come in the category of Star Wars. Which planet in the Star Wars saga features locations such as Kelvin Ridge and Nema Outpost?
I'm currently chronologically going through Star Wars. And my goodness, going through the original trilogy is a slog. I'm sorry, but it's so hard. So hard.
Really?
I can't. Oh, man. It took me 3 days to get through Empire. 3 days, but I also had things to do.
Wow. We got hot takes coming here from wow. Jesus.
2 amazing movies. They just, who if I don't pay attention, I don't pay attention. We'll go over to Koho
Jakku.
and Shea.
I couldn't pull it.
Everyone wants to go back to Jakku. That is correct.
Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku?
I did ask for notes on Jedi because I didn't want to rewatch it. I rewatched it on the 4th. I don't want to watch it again. We'll go to number 6, to the category of quotes. Which Star Trek actor says the line, "I've always known I'll die alone"? Yeah. What's worse than Star Wars? Every time. The motion picture.
Oh, God, yes. Absolutely.
Oh.
That takes me 3 days to get through his motion picture.
Thank God for 2 times speed. Because.
Tell me, dude.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I believe we are in Shea.
William Shatner.
William Shatner.
William Shatner is correct.
All right. Next question is going to come in the category of DC. Who composed the score for A History of Violence?
Finally watched this film. And it is definitely a David Cronenberg film.
It's heavy, and it's only like an hour and 40 minutes long, which is like perfect length.
Yeah, but it's weird. Weird. 5,
Great movie.
4,
That stairwell scene.
2, 1. Pen down. Koho
James Horner.
and Shea.
It's Alexander Desplat.
Both are incorrect. The answer is the Lord of the Rings man himself, Howard Shore.
That's what it was. Okay.
I watched that film. I'm like, I'm in Hobbiton. I am in Hobbiton right now because of this score.
Absolutely.
Question 8 comes in the category of MCU. What country are Nick Fury and Maria Hill in at the start of Spider-Man Far From Home? I have to watch this one again. I have to watch them all again, but I have to watch this one again. I always feel like I don't like it as much, and then I watched it, I was like, what am I? No, this is still a good movie.
I think I slightly prefer it to Homecoming. I know that gets me in a lot of shit.
That hurts.
I hang out with.
I love Homecoming.
It's just a.
I just love Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's just
Oh,
absolutely.
he's great.
It's great.
3, 2, 1, and we'll go over to Shea.
Mexico?
Mexico.
Mexico is correct.
Alrighty. Your penultimate question comes in the category of Star Trek. In the Final Frontier, who is given the con when the Enterprise arrives in Paradise City?
Scully, I have one question for you. Do you know what that question is?
No.
What does God need with a spaceship?
God, what was the search?
4, 3.
Much like the movie, I have no answer to what I'm seeing.
Yeah. We'll go to Koho
Sulu.
and Shea.
I also said Sulu.
Both are incorrect. The answer is Chekhov.
Check out. Okay.
Yeah.
We also all said Sulu in testing, so don't feel bad.
It's because Sulu's a fucking badass.
True. And it is. Final question in round 1 comes in the category of Marvel. Just Marvel. Just making sure I'm reading the right one. In 2015's Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm's family runs what kind of establishment?
This movie is not very good.
It started off pretty good. And I was like, I watched it very late, and I was like, why do people not like this?
There's a good movie hidden in there somewhere, but it died when Josh Trank was.
Is there?
Fired.
5.
Let Josh Trank make his fucking movie, guys.
Exactly. For a 2.5 hour cut, that was perfect.
Chronicles.
And we will go over to Shea
The diner.
and Koho.
I said car repair garage.
I'm willing to. Ooh, that's tough.
I personally, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say no for now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. The answer that we have is junkyard.
It's a junkyard.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think Koho was a little bit too specific.
Yeah,
so
slightly
it's
different.
exactly a car repair.
Yeah. So with that, at the end of round one, we have Koho with 6 and Shea with 4. So we're going to move into round 2. We have 3 categories that our competitors can choose from, with Kaleb in the lead. So you get to choose whether or not you want to go first or second, and which category you would like to choose. The categories for tonight are DC, Mixed Bag, and Star Trek. So first off, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go second.
Second. And would you like questions from Star Trek, Mixed Bag, or DC? Keep in mind, whatever is not chosen will be our category in round 3.
I'll take DC.
All right. With that, Shea, are you going to go with Mixed Bag, or are you going to go with Star Trek?
Go Trek.
All right.
I'll give Shea his questions in Trek.
All right. So take it away.
All right, Mr. Mike Shea, are you ready for your questions in Star Trek?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. First question in Star Trek. In the voyage home, Sulu acquires what mode of transportation to transport their new tank back to the Bounty?
Multiple choice.
4.
All right. So that is it. A tank, B, a garbage truck, C, a helicopter, or D, a plane?
Garbage truck?
That is incorrect. We'll go to Koho for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, a tank, B, a garbage truck, C, a helicopter, or D, a plane?
Helicopter.
Helicopter is correct for a 1-point steal. All right. Your second question. In Star Trek Insurrection, how many members of the Enterprise travel down to the surface to help the Baku escape? I'll start over. In Insurrection, how many members of the Enterprise travel down to the surface to help the Baku escape Arufo and the Sona?
Five.
5 is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Star Trek Beyond, Kirk and Bones share a bottle of scotch that belongs to which crew member?
Chekhov.
2 more points. The fourth question. How does Picard kill Shinzon at the end of Star Trek Nemesis? And we'll take a broad answer.
Yeah, he bends down a girder and Shinzon impales himself on it.
Yeah, okay.
I'd take that.
That is correct for 2 points. I was a little worried you might have been too specific. All right, your last question in Star Trek. In the motion picture, when we first see Spock, he is undergoing what Vulcan ritual?
Oh, God. Multiple choice. I don't want to hear it.
All right, is it A, Faltorpan, B, Kolinar, C, Ponfar, or D, Plateau?
Kolinar.
That is correct for 1 more point. So at the end of Mike's round 2, I have him at 11. Koho with that 1-point steal gets himself up to 7.
All right. So now we're going to go over to Kaleb. Koho, your questions for round 2 in DC. Question 1. What is Ethan's occupation in Supergirl?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, groundskeeper, B, janitor, C, librarian, or D, therapist.
Janitor.
Mike, the opportunity for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, groundskeeper, B, janitor, C, librarian, or D, therapist.
Groundskeeper?
For the 1-point steal, groundskeeper is correct. Question 2, DC. In Red, what city does Frank find Joe in?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Cleveland, B, Kansas City, C, New Orleans, or D, New York City.
New Orleans.
That is correct for 1 point. Question 3. What is Robin's dream in Teen Titans Go to the movies?
I'll go multiple choice to be safe.
Is it A, to be a member of the Justice League, B, to have his own movie, C, to become Batman, or D, to move to Metropolis?
To have his own movie.
That is correct for 1 point.
I should have shot for 2. Okay.
Question 4. What global landmark is being threatened with a nuclear bomb at the beginning of Superman 2? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, the Eiffel Tower, B, the Tower of London, C, the Berlin Wall, or D, the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Eiffel Tower.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question. In Batman Begins, what color is the flower that Picard says Bruce must bring to the top of the mountain?
Blue.
That is correct for another 2 points.
We have a
We
tie.
have more on the match. All right. With that, going into it, tied. A great match going in. We are now going to round 3. Each competitor will get a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. And with the category that is left, which is mixed bag, Koho, since you are the higher ranked player, do you want questions from set 1 or set 2?
It worked for me last time. I'll go set 1.
All right. And so, Shea, you are getting questions from set 2. And since you are lower ranked, I'm going to provide you with your questions first.
All right.
All right. So, your 2-pointer, Mike, in mixed bag. Who plays Mr. Glass in Unbreakable?
Samuel L. Jackson.
That mother is correct.
All right, so this is going to bounce back to Koho to hit his 2 to tie. Kaleb, Koho, your 2-pointer in mixed bag. Who plays Sloan, the leader of the fraternity in Wanted?
Morgan Freeman.
That is correct. 2 points. And a tie game.
Right. That swings it back over to Mike for your 3-point question. All right. Mike, which mixed bag film features a section of the main city named Old Town, which is home to the local prostitutes?
Sin City.
That's correct for 3 points.
All right, back and forth we go. Koho, your 3-pointer in mixed bag. Which mixed bag film features a golden monster named Goldar who threatens to destroy the main character's hometown?
Fuck you, RJ. This movie's ass. Power Rangers.
You are correct in the answer, but incorrect in saying that. I think the movie's really good.
That movie
This
sucks.
movie's so bad.
Oh man. All right. So with that, what we have is a tie game going into our 5 pointers. If either of these gentlemen hit while the other misses, we have ourselves a winner. If not, and they both miss or they both hit, we're going to pause and ask David what we're going to do. But we'll go from there. Mike,
How to miss.
your 5-pointer for set 2. In Snowpiercer, what is the name of the hallucinative drug that the front section people crave?
Mm.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Whiffy? I don't know.
Repeat that, please.
Whiffy?
That is incorrect. The answer is Chronol or Chrono.
Chrono.
Seen that movie once.
Watch it again. It's good.
All right.
That was
it
good.
is-
I just never seen it.
All right, Caleb Koho,
Yeah.
you have a chance to hit your 5-pointer here and walk off with a victory. Your 5-pointer in mixed bag. At the start of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, where are the turtles hiding when trying to watch the basketball game?
RJ would have loved this round. I'm just saying.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
1.
All right, that's Koho's second repeat. At the start of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, where are the turtles hiding when trying to watch the basketball game?
I'm going to pull in RJ. How specific of an answer are you looking for?
There is an answer. There's an
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2.
Sun Def maybe through the skylight of the stadium.
That is incorrect. Unfortunately, the answer is they are hiding inside of the Jumbotron.
The Jumbotron. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying
Alright,
to avoid pain. They're trying to avoid pain to watch the Knicks, which is a smart move.
You know what? You all can kiss my ass. They were great this year, and they will be great
Spike
next
Lee.
year.
Spike Lee will kill you, Scott.
Look, buddy, I'm from the land of the Cavs, so. Yeah.
Go New York. Go New York. Go. We are headed to sudden death,
All righty.
which is apparently the first ever onto sudden death. Which, gentlemen, you're making him.
Down to this.
This is going to be scary. I'm horrified right now.
All right, Scully, hit them with the first question in sudden death.
All right, gents. Your first question in sudden death. What is the Mark II's? In MCU. I'm sorry. What is the Mark II's failure in testing that also affects the Ironmonger armor at the end of 2008's Iron Man?
How specific?
We will take a relatively
Okay.
general answer.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
It's tense. 5,
Very, very intense. Anything could happen.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Koho
It freezes up / ice.
and Mike.
Ice buildup.
Both are correct.
Right.
All right.
Question 2, gentlemen. DCEU. Name both Justice League members we see apprehend members of the Suicide Squad in Suicide Squad.
I don't hate this movie.
It's awful.
Me either.
Second worst of the DCU, but
5,
You're right. It's the second worst.
3, 2,
you're not.
One. pens down. We're going to go to Mike
Batman and Flash.
and Koho.
Batman and the Flash.
Keep it going. Both are correct.
All righty, guys. The next question in category of Marvel. What does Bullseye use to kill the elderly woman who sits next to him on the plane in Daredevil?
Shit, this is where you win, Mike.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Koho.
Instead of peanut.
And Mike.
Peanut.
Both are
We're
correct.
Holy fuck!
Still going.
Holy fuck! Jesus Christ!
Best scene in that movie.
I haven't seen that movie since I was 12.
Right, and question number 4. Yes. Star Wars. Who voices Bulio, the alien who meets with Poe in the beginning of The Rise of Skywalker?
I hate this fucking movie. So bad.
4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll go to Mike
Jon Favreau.
and Koho.
Mark Hamill.
And your winner, Kaleb, King Koho. The correct answer was Mark Hamill. My goodness, this was a match back and forth, 4 questions deep. Koho thought he lost in the last question and ended up pulling it out in the end. Great game. Let's start with our interview with our unfortunate second place finisher, Mike. Man, he gave you hope there with that peanut question. And
Thought I
he
had
pulled
it.
out.
Yeah. And you know what? I think I heard that Star Wars one somewhere and just totally forgotten it. I mean, man, to go all that far into sudden death, I mean, he made me work for it. You know, he made me work hard. So, you know, game recognizes game. We had beef coming into this. Is it buried? Is it grilled and eaten? You know, time will tell. But you know, he showed why he's ranked where he is. You know, like I said, game recognizes game.
True. Scully, you got anything for him?
No, Mike. I mean, look, you played really, really well. You recovered really well after that first Star Trek question. You were able to nail the rest of them. You know, mixed bag in round 3 just kind of kills everyone. You know, it limits to what people can do to close out the game. You had a great sudden death round. It's just, you know, actors in franchises, especially voice actors in these types of in these films, can get a lot of people. So yeah, but you played a hell of a match. This is clearly, I think, match of the year so far.
I appreciate that, and like you talk about voice acting. I mean, it's not like Mark Hamill is necessarily a recognizable voice actor because the man can do things with his voice that no human being should be able to do when you look at his voice resume. So I think I could have run through every voice actor in my head. I never would have pulled that was Mark Hamill. So.
But in the end, man, this was an amazing match. We know we will see you back here. Soundboard working next time, hopefully.
I don't know what's going on.
But
I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Both of you will definitely be back. Great match, man. And now we're going to go over to the winner of today's match, getting a number 1 contenders match. Kaleb, the King Koho. So, question 1, would you like to have a match where you don't have a heart attack?
That'd be very nice. I'd like to dominantly destroy someone for once, instead of going to sudden death or the 5-pointer being some luck of the poll. But I'll be honest, I didn't know Mark Hamill was the answer to that question either. That was also a poll. That was more so me making an educated guess, because all I remember, I assume that character is from the beginning of the movie and is the one that says the win the war. And the way he said win the war in the movie the first time I watched it, I went, that kind of sounded like Mark Hamill. So I just took that guess and it paid off. So Yeah, Mike played a good game. I wish I had taken Trek over DC. That was my moral dilemma. I was like, which one do I take? I'd have gotten 10 points in Trek. DC was not my friend today, which is, a bummer because I usually rely on those awful films. But yeah, Mike played good. Mike made me work for it. I'm excited that I have this number one contenders match. I don't know who I play.
I'll tell you now. Your number one contenders match is against one Robert Kastner.
So Antonio didn't do his job. I wanted the rematch. All right. Well, you know what I'll do is I'll put Kastner down. If Kastner beat Antonio, then I put down Kastner. Then that technically means I avenge the loss to Antonio by proxy of Nico math. Therefore, I am avenged of my only loss, and I move on with glee and joy.
Nico math is, I think, what all K through 12 schools are using nowadays. That's why our education system is.
You know what new math is? It's Nico math. Nico math is all that matters.
As the only math teacher in the room right now, I promise you that is not happening. It's not happening in any school anywhere at all. So, yeah.
I petition for I demand a recount. Make Nico math. Yeah.
But anyway, Koho, great match. Again, if your number one contenders match is anything like the last two you played, we will have 3 contenders for match of the year with the same person in it. We will see. Good luck on that one, and I hope that it's just as thrilling as these. I know you don't, but I do.
I don't. I like a knockout. I'd like a knockout, but that's not going to happen. Robert's going to make me work for it.
Oh, all right. Great match today, man.
Thank you.
Scully, that shit. The people backstage weren't prepared for sudden death. We weren't prepared for sudden death, but we made it work and got ourselves a great match.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's these kinds of matches that I think are just so exciting to watch because, it wasn't one of these where, the players didn't, miss a question. Like it was kind of boring because they were hitting all of them. No, they were missing questions. Like there were only, 10 points total out of round 1. Both struggled at points in round 2. And then, they hit their 2s and their 3s. And they almost got the 5s, couldn't quite get the 5s. And then, of course, sudden death was a treat to watch. So, yeah, this was a fantastic match. I definitely hope we get more of these because this is what's going to help to make the league grow, make the league much better, much more fun to watch. So you couldn't have asked for a better match today.
Yeah, this is the side of trivia that a lot of people don't actually think about going through. How do you work through a game that's not necessarily your best, but is close, and just to navigate close games, whether they're perfect or whether they're a freaking Knicks defensive struggle. But with that, for Koho, for Shea, for Spence and David in the back, for my co-host here, Thomas Scully, I am Amaru Moses, not Alex, not David. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.